Is that all we got? Yeah, so now we can freely go back and enter the deep secrets of the earth, huh? Sounds good to me. Maybe we want to look around a little bit though. Right market. Is there anything? No,
Don't forget to
we've pretty much done everything here already.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
It's a nice little place. Very nice.
I utterly refuse to buy from an ocelot.
Hello? Do I have anything for you? I guess I'll do some selling while we're at it. Okay, let me see if I can upgrade anything now, because we do have quite a few skins on us. Oh, we also have this. Scavenger or triple shot? This is gonna make me go to the merchant even more, so maybe I'll just pick triple shot. Yeah. Okay, and what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh yeah, upgrading. That short attention span. I can upgrade my weapons, but I don't really need to. Maybe something else first. Hunter bow? Yes. Definitely. Thank you. Traps? Done. Potions? Done. Warbow? Fish skin. Fish skin. Fish bones. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with all the upgrades I got so far, so the other ones I'm not going to be too picky about. I'm okay, even if we never get them. And what is this?
Dervahl should die for his crimes. These aren't goods.
History of SUNFALL.
A woman.
After the vanishing of the Radiant Reeve and his cohort in the west, the Radiant Besadded ordered a mighty fortress built at the Sundom's farthest reach. His luminance chose to build atop the ancient ruins, reasoning the ancients must have seized upon the location for its strategic value. Of the ancients, their works of too smooth greystone and strangely carved metal were collapsed or built over, and the catacombs sealed off. Only the stone ring, perhaps used for some unknowable ritual, was left in place, to serve the garrison as a training ground. Hang on. The Sundom's farthest reach. Are they talking about the Citadel here? The Summer Palace? Even though its builders and soldiers lived in fear of the land where the sun goes at night, the finished walls of the fortress were mighty and unshakable. His luminance and his high priest, the irrefutable Pashaman, named it SUNFALL. Under the blazing eye of the sun, and by the light it was good. None doubted the Radiant Besadded's prudence, nor denied his lingering hope that his brother might one day be sighted again. Ah, remember when we read about the history of the Sun Kings? This is the guy that took the throne after his brother disappeared on a hunt. But no great threat would come from the west in his lifetime, nor did it come for the next 3 generations, though records show the men of SUNFALL fought many bandits and scroungers skulking in the rust wash, and a dangerous stampede of behemoths in the Longburn. In time, SUNFALL slipped from common memory until the 6th year of the 11th Sun King's reign, when the Radiant Marzid himself came to inspect it. This is the art guy, right? If I remember right? In the desert heat, his luminance received a vision of an ornate citadel, with a dome of metal so polished it would greet the dawn and catch the rays of the sun's last shining at dusk. At once, he ordered the dedication of the Sundom's resources to building the structure. After its construction, his luminance took the citadel as a summer palace, bringing with him many members of the Sun Court, nobles and artisans. In time, SUNFALL became a city unto itself, and the source of great works such as Passion of the Tallneck among the dunes, Turning Seasons at Bronze Flash, and Lament for Cinnabar's Sands. Art stuff. The stone training ring was repurposed for shows of pageantry, where young blazons or the Hunter's Lodge hawks could display the sun's dominance over the machines. SUNFALL's prominence in the culture of the Sundom continued for many years, until the Sun King Marzid's untimely demise in the citadel he so treasured. For his procession back to the Alight, a line of torches was laid all the way across the daybreak, so that over the days and nights of his bearing, he might always go in light. The departed king's brother, the Radiant Hivas, was occupied wholly with renewing the soldiery of the Sundom. And with the old Sun King's passing, so too passed this chapter in SUNFALL's history. In the early years of the 13th Sun King's Duran's reign, before the falling of his shadow, a particularly harsh season came upon the Sand Whisper Valley. Upon hearing that the storms could strip the very detailing off armor, he decreed that the strongest among his guard should be trained in the desert here, and named kestrels. That's like his bodyguard or something. Ah! Indeed, Helus, who would become the most infamous of the kestrels, was one of the first to survive his reforging by sun and sand here. In the 15th year of the Sun King Jiran's reign, when the sacrifices in the Sun Ring were judged insufficient to calm the derangement of the machines, he presided over the blooding of the ring at Sunfall. A trapped behemoth was driven with spears and spurred over slaves of the Oseram and Utaru. When the beast turned upon the kestrels, the Sun King stood and declared that the sun, in its great generosity, would accept the sacrifice of faithless and the faithful alike. That's more like an excuse to kill people randomly. So began a fearful era for Sunfall, of sacrifices unending in its sun ring, and the citadel whispered of a place where no light shone. Many upstanding citizens of the Sundom were taken inside its doors to disappear as surely as if they had journeyed to the Forbidden West. In the last days of the Sun King Jiran's reign, Sunfall was in the charge of his kestrels and high priests, no longer answering to the Sundom as a whole. Ah, that's how the divide started pretty much, because this guy... Yeah, they pretty much screwed themselves over by making two cities like this. It was no surprise then that following the liberation of Meridian, Jiran's loyalists sought refuge at Sunfall. As a fortress, it was impregnable, but cut off from the bounteous lands across Daybrink, it was a city impoverished. So stood the stalemate in the first year of the 14th Sun King, the Radiant Avad, and so stood Sunfall. Once built to protect the Sundom from the shadow of the West, it now sheltered a worse shadow, the false Karja who dwelt within. So you can tell that the person who wrote this is for Avad. Makes sense, because that's why they would have this book here in Bright Market.
Leave the rest.
So,
A little bit of history on Sunfall. Very fitting, seeing how we just came from Sunfall here. Very nice. Have we talked to those people before?
Cost you a shard just to look.
Oh, they're highlighted.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Thank you for sending Decamin back to me.
Ah.
I'm training him to run my stall so he can earn his fruit rather
Oh.
than stealing it.
I'm glad it worked out.
It's all right, Decamin. We've all lived in shadow, one way or another.
I never thought the sun would shine on me again, after all that I did.
Oh, that's
I thought Sun King
nice.
Avad was sitting on his hands. but
God damn,
he
I
got
never
the
went
prince
back to
out
Mother's
with
Rise to
Hunting's
see
fine.
Yan. Was it Yan? You know what? Let's go do that right now. Because I keep talking about it, but I never get around to doing it. And since the last thing we should do is get back to the main quest anyway. And we should go back to Rost's grave. Mother's Rise, right? Right here? We haven't been back in Noralands other than Rost's grave for so long. Oh, so the people... Oh. Did she pass away? The person who was looking for that one medicinal thing. No, and he's not here anymore. Damn, have I taken too long? The NPCs! They're not here! It's not you. There's only the merchant, and this guy left here. That's sad. Oh. We'll never find out what happened. Damn it. Okay, in that case, Rost's grave is next, but I'm honestly a little bit worried because the last time I went, I don't know. I don't know if it was bugging out or was there just nothing to say. We've done quite a few main quests since then though, so there should be something here.
Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. Elizabeth Sobek, she... couldn't have been my mother. She was an old one. She lived ages ago. Still, there is a connection. The hatch. It thought I was her. It's really strange. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped war machines from destroying the world. She couldn't save the civilization of the old ones. That was destroyed, obviously. But life, it survived. She saved life from being devoured. I need to know how Elizabeth stopped the machines. If I can find the weapon she built and use it, the Eclipse won't stand a chance.
Was there a weapon, though? I guess Aloy assumes this because she's a hunter, so she's always on the lookout for weapons, but I don't know if they used a weapon specifically.
I went to the Grave Horde. It lived up to its name. Millions of people fought and died to give Elizabeth the time she needed to finish Zero Dawn. The weapon she built, it wasn't there, but I found out where she built it. A secret base west of here, right under Sunfall, the capital of the Shadow Karja. So getting inside, it's gonna take some doing. I crashed the Eclipse Focus Network. It was a close call. I nearly died. A bunch of times. I saw it, Rost. Face to face. Hades. An ancient Pharaoh Titan, or maybe something worse. When I opened the module casing, it was like I had a vision. A world being destroyed. Exterminated. I think that's what it wants, Rost. Extinction. Anyway, I heard it. Blinded it. Made it so it can't see through the Eclipse's eyes, can't talk to them over distances. So it's time. Time for me to go to Sunfall and learn about Zero Dawn. Wish me luck. Well, Sunfall beckons. Next time we talk, maybe I'll know all about Zero Dawn. Goodbye.
That was nice. Finally got to hear what she was thinking. I'm guessing the other time when I came here, they just didn't have anything to say. Which is fine. But I think the last time we updated Ross was when I was looking for Olin. Quite a while ago. Oop. Okay then. Are there still potentially any settlements that I haven't visited before? I wonder if I should ever just go back to my freaking town and... I don't know. Like, talk to the people there. What is this place? This seems kind of interesting. Oh, is that where I did my first quest, where I killed the first sawtooth? Have we been here? I'm not too confident. There's a lot of little settlement-y things here. Here? Have we been here? Oh. There's still a lot of places on this earth that I haven't really looked at yet. Alright. Well, in any case, it should be time for us to go to... Oh, there's some random... Yeah, there's all these little towers here. I don't know about these. I feel like I should visit them sometime. But yeah, for now, we should go visit the... We should go back to the main quest again. Finally get in there. Oh, I can't fast travel here. About the metal flower, though. Not too tempted to go get it, because it's kind of out of the way, but we'll decide later. Back in Sunfall? I guess we can head straight to that one area, then.
Every time I glance up at the Citadel.
Well, don't leave me hanging.
The
Some unfaithful Karja have resorted to begging. I trust Itamen will put an end to that.
Unfaithful? Why would you say that? Oh, that guy left me hanging. Something about the Citadel. And just stopped. Is there nothing we can do around here? Because Silence was saying earlier that this is a point of no return, so I want to be absolutely sure. We do have the Ancient Armory. We're missing one power cell right now. Haven't found it yet. I suspect that we can find it in some main quest, because all of our wandering so far doesn't seem to have yielded anything. Can we actually go into the pit? As it seems like we can. If we drop down from there? Do I want to go into the pit? Probably not, but that's a consideration for another time. Okay. So let's just actually get into that vent then.
Keep our Sun King safe. How do we expect to win a war?
Oh. News travels fast. Very fast. Priest. Hey, where's your head priest?
I hate living in shadow. Oh, but please tell no one.
Oh. Oh, people are very not happy about the situation.
Our Sun King must be rescued from the usurpers. We should march on Meridian straight away.
This guy's title, Crier. Crier.
Now we don't even have a Sun King. Why did we do to deserve?
There's a lot of rumors going on around. Now that they don't have the Sun King,
Another savage.
Helis
is not as bad as Meridian.
Helis has no leg to stand on because
Starving
before
is bad enough,
he was speaking
but at
on
least we
behalf
had
of the
our
Sun
Sun
King.
to guide
But
us.
now he's stolen away.
I'll come back later. That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp. Might be worth a visit.
I already visited her, didn't I? I did her entire quest. Maybe I'm not supposed to come. Oh, I forgot about this problem. Am I gonna? Oh god. All right. Can I actually stand on that though? Because it doesn't look that way. It actually doesn't, because it's just like a little tip. Oh god. Oh, there you. Wow. It was supposed to happen that gracefully. At least I got to see it this time. Oh, if you would love to just drop down, please. Whoa, not the right way maybe, but it works. Whoa, this is really not the... Ooh. Done. Okay, now we can actually see that there is a hidden vent here. Are we ready? Oh crap. No, I forgot about potions. Can I craft some? Usually I don't have to craft in the middle of the quest, so if we have enough to craft some, I think we'll be okay. Oh, I really am missing something. Hopefully we'll be okay like this. There we go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello?
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
Why did that one door not accept her though, if these ones do?
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Oh my god.
Malfunction.
Are you
Malfunction.
kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do
Oh.
you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Wow. Whoa!
I underestimated you. Think by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
I have time here, right? Because Silence actually brought up one point that I want to think about a little bit more. Earlier, he was saying that he spent decades after decades trying to learn more knowledge. But then Nora Huntress came along, and now he finally has the key to access all this knowledge. So that makes me think about Aloy's age. Aloy is about 20, right? It's not like she was born immediately after civilization fell. She was born like 950 years after it fell. Why? That amount of time seems kind of specific. And I wonder if it coincides with when the derangement first began, because that's the only other anomaly, the other event that I can think of that happened within the past little bit. I actually don't remember when the last time, or when the derangement started though, the specific time. All I know is that it started during Duran's reign, and I don't think Avad has been reigning for that long. So 20 years ago? Maybe. Oh, but actually, that might not be the case, because if that's what happened, then the Nora people will totally be like, oh my god, when this kid came, when we found this baby, the machines all went crazy and started blaming everything on me. Yeah, they don't like me, but I don't think they blame that on me. So, maybe that's not the case.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
If they were meaning for this project to save humanity, it certainly doesn't look like it now. Another incident. Text mail. Oh, god damn it. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we are tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, endermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish, while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Oh. Seems like they're putting a new spin on this now. Embryologists? Well, it doesn't take much to guess that they do something with embryos, but human subjects and embryologists. That doesn't sound too good. Secure containment hatch. Titanium Meta Aloy. Gene-locked entry. That can be overridden. Well, it doesn't seem like the data point oh, maybe it's that one. The one that I missed is around here. Yeah, this is the reception desk. We need support too. Yay. From reception staff to admin, another one. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing Zero Dawn candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sorts of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. Smart people? At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails? So they're human subjects. For one, they don't speak English, but we don't even know why they need these people. Frightened or confused? Well, it sounds like they weren't doing anything nice to the people, whatever it was.
Need them soon enough.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
It thinks I'm a subject. Waiting area. Where are my snacks? I don't know if I want like 1,000-year-old snacks, but it would be nice to have the option to choose. Oh, what the heck is this? These are like individual little booths. Oh. Restock or else. The snacks? I agree. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. Actually, what snacks? If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varientals, I'm gonna lose it. Please respond. And this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Like steep tea? Well, the reception staff are having a lot of trouble meeting demand, and whoever's higher up, I guess they're too worried about the actual project to actually give whatever these people need or asking for. They sound kind of cheery in their emails though. They're angry, but they're not like a, oh my god, the world is ending kind of angry, which makes me wonder a little bit. When the world is ending, you don't really want to joke around anymore. From lounge staff. Soundproofing? Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? VR. Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob, can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Presentation. Wait, so the mail that we got here, what kind of staff was that again? Was it data points? It was lounge staff. So this is the no, the lounge is outside, but is this the presentation room? Are they watching videos in here individually? But there's no soundproofing here, right? Because it's just one crappy little divider. And they scream or sob after watching it. It's because there's no tea. God damn it. Restock, please.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Viewing room? I thought it was virtual reality.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, Cracking a code set would take half a century.
Wow.
At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Well, pretty much just like we expected. It's not that she actually stopped them. She just found a way for life to somehow lay dormant until the robot crap went down and reactivate, so to say, after some time. That was an incredibly frank video, and I can see why people were screaming or sobbing. Although I think, for me, the reaction is more like just sitting here shocked. If somebody told me, hey, just kidding, we're not going to be able to survive this. The entire species is going extinct. That's like something you read in a textbook. That's not something that we usually deal with in reality. Oh my god, I'm so nervous right now. I'm so tense.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Oh, I wish they were Nora, because then they would be like, no, we'll never go in these places. These places are cursed, and we shouldn't be looking into them. Okay, there's 3. And there's 1 heavy weapons guy. Oh? Maybe we could go up there. I think I would be kind of irritated if I was silenced right now. I'm so close to learning all this truth after decades of research, and a couple of lackeys come and stop me? No way. Oh, I would love to read that, but let's save it for after we get the guys. It's 2 of them. Wow, that guy hasn't noticed. Even headshots don't hurt these guys. Oh, you...
I'll survive! Oh! Trick me!
We're too close to the tribal primitive to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Checking. No, I don't need this. I don't need any of this. Captain Okilo. Candidate interview. Information Warfare Specialist, NAC. NAC? What is NAC?
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Counselor?
Captain Okilo, Are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
This person has a special set of skills. So let's see if there's any commonalities in their skills while we look through these interviews. Counselor? Counselor? Yeah, that's a bit... Why do they need counselors? For debriefing after presentation, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, addendum B1, and the unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, addenda C1, 2, 3, so that you can counter the candidate's objections in depth. Don't give them any hope that they can survive, basically. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are available, hopefully. Okay. Guidelines for counselors. They're trying to make sure that the candidates they're choosing are in the right mental state before seeing whatever shocking thing we're gonna see soon. PhD, Environmental Reclamation, Suzanne Alpert. PhD. God damn it.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
It sounds like maybe they're gathering the brightest minds of humanity to ensure that the conditions for life being able to spark again after all this blows over are met. Tom Page, PhD, Molecular and Cellular Biology.
That is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Wonderful.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off!
Doctor, please.
You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
You know, even though these are all very highly educated people, when you're told something so shocking, you're reduced to, what do you call it, like primal reactions. Anger. And the other lady earlier, she was trying so hard to avoid thinking about the presentation. She's like, oh, I was thinking about this thing that I did like 20,000 years ago. And yeah, everyone just has a different reaction. Travis Tate, data security consultant.
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke? A tobacco cigarette. Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
That guy was... well... I'm not sure if he was in the right mental state to go ahead either, but I don't know. His title was Data Security Consultant, but very clearly, that's the PC title. And the non-PC one is Hacker. Seems like he hacked something really big before, the Sterling Malkeet thing. And yeah, so it does look like they're trying to track down people with exceptional skills in their fields. Formerly of Pharaoh, Brad Andek.
Who previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
I don't blame you. That must have been very exciting when you first did it. It's one thing to be the guy funding this, it's another thing to be the guy who actually was a part of building it, though. God. Aerospace Engineering, Ron Felder.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious.
Delusional.
And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Okay, this one is pretty bad. He assumes that people want to build a ship, because that's his field of expertise. But then the counselor pretty much has to be the one to tell him, no, we're not even building a ship. We can't get off here. Just like you said, we can't. We're not arguing with you about that. We can go there, but there's also a little space here. Whoa, there's a lot of different routes. Oh, is this just a way for me to fight the kestrels? I think so. Alright, fair enough. I think we got the data logs. Unless if there was something up top. I went up top earlier once, but I came down pretty quickly. Yeah, let's see if I can get a way back up again. Oh! Oh, there's a screen here. Alright. Oh! Good thing we looked up. Whoa, what the heck? I don't know what that was. See, earlier when I looked up, I saw the crate, but not the data point. Art History and Museum Studies. Dr. Zouvet.
I think there is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm? The pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Museum studies, right? So, I don't know. Art history, museum studies? Maybe someone who knows how to properly preserve records of their time. Although, judging by what we've seen so far, maybe this person didn't do such a good job. I don't know. And there's a lot of different nationalities here because they're really taking the cream of the crop of the entire humankind. Oh, the moment of truth.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all.
Hephaestus.
And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries.
Oh.
From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Wow.
So, the whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how'd it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Who would have thought the answer to a rogue AI is to build another AI? So from the presentation there though, we get the sense that some of the things have gone right. The whole thing about how we want to remake the biosphere, that's mostly gone right. But just like Aloy said, what about stuff like the Apollo? Why does Hades want to kill me? And even within the whole new life thing, Aloy is a little bit special, isn't she? There's nothing explained here about why she has Elizabeth Sobet's DNA yet.